Hello, everyone. Welcome to Boxwood Technologies live webinar. Today, our topic is linking your job board with learning opportunities by leveraging your Career Learning Center. My name is Shahid Javed, and I'm with Boxwood Marketing. Before we get started, let me just go over some ground rules here. This webinar interface that you see on the screen has a couple of items. One is a Q&A box. Actually, there are two of them. The bigger box is just for you to see what you have entered in. The smaller box is where you actually type in your comments or your questions. And please do so. Please feel free to type in your comments and questions, and we'll address those towards the end of the webinar. You can adjust your audio controls on your computer or your device, or you can just call in. There's a number at the bottom of the screen, 866-540-0976. And any of the questions that you enter into the Q&A, we'll definitely address those on a first-come basis. So let me introduce our presenters. Today we have Dave Boardman, who's the Vice President of Marketing with Boxwood. And we have Richard Banks, who is our Career Learning Center Specialist. So without any further delay, I would like to turn over my microphone to Dave.
Great. Thanks, Shahid. Let's get started with what we're going to cover today. First thing we're going to do is just give you an overall introduction to the Career Learning Center. And for those of you who are familiar with our initial offering, we have some new updates to talk about today, and I'll take you through what those updates are. We'll then go through a demo of the system and the new products. We'll talk about the benefits of the Career Learning Center, some integration issues, and lastly, we'll talk about pricing. And as Shahid mentioned, we'll take questions at the end. So let's just start off basically with what is a Career Learning Center. And at its most basic level, it's an online portal for members to access industry-specific and career learning information. By industry-specific, I'm talking about the types of professional development programs and courses that are specific to an industry or an association. And by career learning, I'm talking about more general types of programs, things like interviewing skills or resume writing or networking. And at Boxwood, we believe that there's this powerful and natural synergy that exists between education, learning, and careers. And we think there's value to linking those together so that your learning and professional development resources are co-located with your career resources. So by career resources, I'm talking about things like your jobs, mentoring programs, or career fairs, for example. After all, many individuals who are pursuing professional development programs do so with an eye toward career advancement. So why not house access to all of your educational, learning, and career resources together in one easy-to-access and well-organized destination? And that's what the Career Learning Center is. Why would you want to implement a Career Learning Center? First off, as you know, professional development is one of the key reasons that people join associations. And members need a combination of general career development programs as well as their industry-specific education programs to really help them maximize their professional development. And as many of you probably know, the Career Center is often the first or second most highly visited page of an association site. So when you implement a Career Learning Center with all of your learning, education, professional development, and career development material all together, we're providing you with a great platform for driving traffic to and increasing the visibility of other products and services that you offer within your organization. And not just to your members, but also your non-members get access and visibility to those as well. And we think the Career Learning Center is a great chance for you to highlight those educational and training programs and really help drive additional revenue for your organization as well. So let's talk about the suite of Career Learning Center offerings that we have. And we have three different flavors of Career Learning Center. The first is what we call the standard Career Learning Center. And this comes part and parcel with the Boxwood job board today. So it's free, and it's a module that has a variety of different learning tools that are part of it. So we've got some video on there, we've got some non-video content, and it's topics such as resume development, how to avoid career obsolescence, how to write successful cover letters, how to build your personal brand, and others. So you can imagine how these types of resources could be helpful to members who are thinking about how to prepare themselves for professional growth. We also have established relationships with a number of career industry professionals to help us develop ongoing content. So what we're going to do, and what we've done since we originally launched the Career Learning Center, is we have continually updated its content to keep it fresh so members have a reason to keep coming back. So that's our standard Career Learning Center content Boxwood provides on general career topics, and it comes free as part of your job board. Now, we've heard when we have presented this Career Learning Center to customers in the past that sounds great, but I'd really like to add my own content. And that was the driver for us introducing our new offering, which we're calling the Enhanced Career Learning Center. So as I mentioned, this is in response to customers who were not quite ready to move to a full learning management system platform, but they wanted to just simply upload some of their own content alongside the content that Boxwood provided. And you'll see in a few moments when you see a demo of the system, it's got a really easy-to-use interface, and it makes adding your own content to the Boxwood supplied content really easy to do. So that's our enhanced CLC. It's the standard content plus the ability for the association to add your own content. And the third flavor is, or third product line in this suite of products, is the Events Career Learning Center. And what this does, it gives you the functionality of the standard and the Enhanced Career Learning Center, plus it's a platform for hosting your own events and live streaming content to your audiences. And the Events CLC also includes testing and certification functionality as part of its feature set. So let's take a moment now. We'll take a look from a demo perspective. I'll hand it over to Richard, and he'll give you a look at the Enhanced Career Learning Center and the Events Career Learning Center to show you their features and functions and show you how easy it is to use as well. Richard?
Thank you so much, David, for the introduction. The Enhanced Career Learning Center is a quick and easy way to create a structured learning process for your members and non-members. What we're looking at is a homepage for the Enhanced and Events Career Learning Center. Please note that while I'm logged in as an administrator, the end user, be them members or non-members, have the same view without the administrative functionality, which is highlighted with a blue box. So I'm going to quickly go over the outlay of the page, and then we'll get into some really fun stuff. The page allows you to post a banner here, which allows you to personalize this page for your organization, be able to make it consistent with your organization's branding. We also have a section down here for information about your actual Career Learning Center. We also have three content sections. We have a new content section, a featured courses, and featured events. The other important thing to note is that we utilize responsive design. What that means is that I can simply come over here, and responsive design changes the layout and format of the page, depending on what device you are viewing it on, whether it be iPhone, a tablet, or a computer. So let's just jump right in here and take a look at how we would structure a course. When I click onto the Courses tab, you'll see that we have 4 courses in the system now that represent content that organizations typically want to associate with a job board. We have content like, is working in a hospital right for you? Career advancements, transitioning to management. We also have things that could be used for corporate or organizational specific content. And then we have a traditional licensing and certification course in here, and we're going to talk a little bit about all of them. The first thing I want to show you, which is the most exciting part, is that this system really allows you the control to put this information in yourself. You no longer need to leverage outside resources, whether those be IT resources or other internal resources, to be able to quickly post this information on your Career Learning Center. So all we need to do would be to click on that Add New Courses button, which is part of the administrative function. And all I would need to do would be to fill out this pop-out with information like name, description, cover photo, what category that this course is ultimately going to be categorized as, new categories I can add, whether I want to show this as the featured item on the home page, any keywords that we want to associate with to make it easy to find in our search area, and then ultimately whether it's active or not. And active just determines whether or not an end user can see it when they log in. A lot of organizations don't finish these courses all at once, and it allows you to work with these things offline. So we're going to drill quickly into one of our existing courses to give you a feel for how they're laid out. What we're seeing on the top are administrative functions, and the information below are the course items, whether they be links, documents, or presentations. Now, the Enhanced Career Learning Center allows you to put in information, sectional information, to add links, documents, and presentations. And the Events CLC also adds assessment and certification, as well as the Events module, which we'll talk about shortly. So let's take a quick peek at what it takes to put a presentation in the system. By simply clicking on the presentation, it gives me the option to upload slides, video, or slides and video, and allow us to sync those. We have information about name and description, information about the date that it was presented. Access allows us to determine whether or not somebody has to log into the system to be able to access this course. And then, of course, we also have keywords and activities, and whether we want to make it active. So now let's take a moment to take a look at what it looks like from a user's perspective. When I click into this video course that we have set up, you can see that it houses all the information into an easy-to-consume package or format. We have the ability to run our video, adjust the volume, or make this a complete screen. We also have complete control over the overview information, what we want to include in the description, any contributors to this content. And as an administrator, I have the ability to go in and add an additional contributor or create a brand new contributor. The other thing that we can do with this course is we can also link other resources to it. We have the ability to add notes, links, and attachments, and simply just clicking on these buttons will create a pop-up that will allow you to easily upload that information. So let's take another step back. The links and documents and sections really follow the same logical process as the presentations do. So to recap, when we talk about the enhanced CLC, what we're talking about is the ability to create a learning course that involves sections, links, documents, and presentation. Now, when we start talking about events, our event CLC, we add the assessment and the certification component, as well as the events tab, which we'll go through shortly. Creating an assessment is incredibly simple. What it allows us to do is define that assessment, to assign credit types and values to those, determine what is a passing score, who would be notified within my organization, the number of times that user can ultimately retake it, whether they have to log in, and then whether or not it's client-facing. So let's take a quick peek at a certification test that I already have in the system. We're going to start by looking at it from an administrative view. So from an administrative view, it's a very simple layout, and it really allows you to build these tests very, very quickly. I can create additional pages and additional questions. By adding the questions, all I need to do is add the question, be able to put the text in here, determine what kind of question it is, whether it would be a multiple choice rating scale. Down below, I get the ability to put the possible answers, and by simply highlighting that, I can determine which are the correct answers. So we're going to take a look at what it looks like from a user's perspective. Now, please remember, it's got the same look and feel. The difference is that they don't get access to anything here in this dashed blue box. So if I were an end user and I was taking this assessment, I can go through and start answering the questions. And what you'll notice here at the top is they have a progress bar, so it'll allow you to easily see where you are within the test. And let's just go through and test it and go through the test and show you some of the things that you would see after you processed it. We would go to the end page. It would allow us to either go back and change any questions or submit those answers. If I go to submit those answers, the system automatically determines whether I've passed or failed that certification test. It provides me with a score. It also lists the questions that I got correct and the questions that I got wrong. All the questions that you get wrong will be displayed below so that you can spend a little time researching them and understand why you answered those questions incorrectly. So now you can see that I've passed this certification test. The real prize at the end of the road is the ability to get that certificate. So we're going to show you a bit on how that certificate function works. Creating a certificate is very easy. I would just come over here and create that certificate. The certificate generator allows you to upload your specific logo and branding, also with the ability to create the certification title and description. We also can come down here and determine which items or elements of this course are a part of this ultimate certification. By highlighting these, we can then attach them to the certification, and we can also determine what credits are assigned to that. That is really what you'll get with the events CLC or events solution. So to recap, your enhanced CLC or Career Learning Center allows you to upload section material, links, documents, and presentations, and the events allow you to do sections, links, documents, presentations, assessments, and certifications. It also allows you to have access to the events module. The events module, in essence, is set up very similar to the courses. It actually allows you to go through the same logic in putting the information into the system, but the difference is that when you go into an event is actually categorized by the date or by specific educational tracks. So a lot of organizations use this for their national conventions. They may have video presentations. They want to make that information available to people maybe who are a non-member so that they can see the value of becoming a member. And we may want to categorize that by the year that it happened or a particular educational track. And that's what you're going to be allowed to do with the events module. So in essence, that is sort of a 10,000-foot overview of the demonstration of what you get with the Enhanced Career Learning Center as well as the Events Learning Center. So I'm going to take a moment and turn this back over to Dave and let him give you a little additional information about the pricing and some other things that might be of interest. Take it away, David.
Great. Thanks, Richard. I think at this point we were talking about having a quick poll of the folks on the call. So if you just give me a moment, I want to bring that up. Wanted to see if everyone could take a moment and just answer a quick question. If where you are today, if you would planning on uploading or managing any of your own content within your Career Learning Center. And I'll just take a few seconds for everyone to answer that, and we can circle back around to those results a little later in the presentation. I appreciate your time with that. We've got a pretty large audience here. I think looks like we've got about 15% of the, or 25% of the people who have responded so far. Give it another 10 seconds or so, and we'll move back into the presentation. Okay, I think that's good. Why don't we move back over? Thank you. And let me just quickly summarize again what I said at the beginning, but now that you've seen through Richard as well, just to make sure everyone's clear. So we've got three versions of the Career Learning Center. We've got the standard version that is comes with your job board, Boxwood supplied content. It does have single sign-on as well. The Enhanced Career Learning Center, as you'll see here, really gives you the added bonus or ability to upload your own content to the Career Learning Center. And then in the Events CLC, you get the ability to add on testing and certification. You also get live streaming capabilities as well. And as you'll see here also, we also have the ability to do e-commerce. That's an added service, added module that we can provide, a cost associated with that. And then we also have the ability to do webinar captures and presentation captures and actual module production for you as well. Those are additional services that are available, and those are all at additional costs as well. So at the basic level, we've got the standard CLC, Boxwood supplied, general career learning content. We have the Enhanced Career Learning Center where the association can upload their own content. And then we have the Events Career Learning Center where you also get everything from the first two, plus testing and certification and the ability to do live streaming. Just wanted to circle back on that real quickly. From an integration perspective, it's actually really simple. Boxwood will do the work in the background and seamlessly integrate the Career Learning Center with the Enhanced Career Learning Center or Events Career Learning Center with your job board just as easily as your standard Career Learning Center appears today. And as you saw in the demo, it's really easy and simple for you to upload and publish your own content. And we have an intuitive self-service admin ability that really doesn't require much training at all. I mean, we're here to supply the training for you, of course, but you just saw in the demo that Richard provided, it has a user interface that is really simple in terms of uploading your own content. And also, as Richard mentioned, I'll just reiterate, we have implemented this state-of-the-art responsive design as part of this solution as well that automatically optimizes the screen size for mobile or tablet or laptop or any other type of device you're on. And lastly, from an integration perspective, tying back to the previous slide, as it relates to e-commerce. So there are a couple different options for e-commerce. If you want to use the current e-commerce system that you have implemented for your association, we can integrate with that. You could also choose to use the e-commerce functionality that comes with your job board today. Or if you don't want to do either of those, we do have an e-commerce module that comes as part of the Career Learning Center. So you have a couple different options for how you want to handle e-commerce. Let me close out with just a summary of what we see as the benefits of the Career Learning Center. As I mentioned at the beginning, we believe it's really logical from a member perspective to bring together all of this career-related products, services, and programs with the industry-specific professional development content that you offer. And by bringing these together and using your job board as a launching point, we really think creates a more meaningful and valuable experience for your members and your non-members alike. And on the non-members side, let me just talk for a moment about that. We think that the Career Learning Center is a great platform for capturing information about your non-member visitors. So if they come and register for any of the professional development content or courses that you upload yourselves into the CLC, you then have the opportunity, of course, to capture information about them, and then you can use that information as part of your ongoing member acquisition initiatives. And lastly, just think of the opportunities for cross-selling. You're not only helping drive the success of the Career Center, but you're also helping gain visibility and to other products and services of your colleagues within the organization. So I hope that conversation today has sparked some interest in thinking how you might be able to connect your job board with learning opportunities and through implementing a Career Learning Center. So let me close out. What everyone always wants to know at the end is, what does this look like from a pricing perspective? We think that the pricing is really honestly aggressive in the marketplace. It's a little disruptive for what learning platforms look like today in the marketplace. We've got the standard Career Learning Center, as we've mentioned, is free, comes with the Boxwood Job Board. The Enhanced Career Learning Center is $195 a month, and the Event Career Learning Center is $495 a month. And what we are offering now through the end of the year is free setup and activation for anybody who signs up for either the Enhanced Career Learning Center or the Event Career Learning Center. So again, anyone signs up through now and the end of the year will waive setup and activation fee for those products. And before we get to questions, I just wanted to say, if anyone's interested in learning more about the Career Learning Center within your organization, you can contact your Boxwood account executive if you're a current customer or you have a contact with Boxwood already. If not, you can contact me directly, and I can facilitate you getting the right person within Boxwood who can help you beyond this call. My email address is dave.bornman, that's D-A-V-E .B-O-R-N-M-A-N-N @boxwoodtech.com. And with that, I will open it up to questions, and Richard and I are both available to answer any questions. I think, Shahid, you were going to be accumulating the questions that came in during the course of the call, and why don't you take us through what those are?
Yeah, thank you, Dave, and thank you, Richard, for an excellent demo. We have quite a few questions, but we're pressed on time, so I'm going to just pick the top 2 or 3 and see if we can get to those. And then any questions that we will not be able to address, we'll take them offline, and I'll make sure that they are addressed and answered. One question that probably goes to you, Dave, is can I attach PDF files that support a presentation to a portal?
Absolutely. That would, in order to upload that would be part of the Enhanced Career Learning Center, and that is part and parcel of what you're able to do with that product. So not in the standard Career Learning Center, but by through the Enhanced Career Learning Center, absolutely, that's what you can do.
Another question that came in was, am I able to make my own edits, additions, and changes once the portal is up and running? Dave, you want to answer that too?
Yes. You are able to make edits to your content once you have placed it onto the Enhanced Career Learning Center. So, yes, once again, that would not with the standard, because that's not what you don't have that ability. But if you have the Enhanced Career Learning Center, yes, you can place your content up, and if you need to make any edits to it after the fact, you are able to do that.
Unfortunately, we are over time, and I'm getting a signal that we should, just close this conference. So the questions that we were not able to answer, I'll definitely take them offline, and I'll address those questions and respond to you on an individual basis. So thank you very much on behalf of Boxwood. I would like to thank everyone for your participation in today's event. This concludes our program. Thank you, and have a great day.